Let the world on fire. I just want to stop the flame in your. Hi, Sol's here. Yeah, I remember that I ended the stream 1 hour ago, but I found some videos that I can look at it, that I can watch it, that I can watch shit. Now, so I decided to watch them now. Because the whole Killing Capital of the new Elder Scrolls and the Fallout games. So, let's go. What? And some of the topics also. I found now. Anyway, I decided to do another stream in order to watch some videos about the topics that, except this, the main topic is the Elder Scrolls 6, some news about it, and a video about the guy who played all Fallout series. Yeah, I mean, it's actually interesting topic for me, so I decided to do the stream for this reason. Okay, let's start with this. So I've seen the introduction now. He said that the uh, that the Elder Scrolls 6 will be named as the Essential. And then he quoted this message from, actually it's CEO of Xbox now. Quoted, he wrote, live playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 6 censored. According to the author, it has to be essential this morning. The scale and grandeur are incredible. The story is even greater. And she said, let's see. It's the Elder Scrolls Online. I assume I didn't play it for a long time, but I think it is. You know what? I so I see this footage, and now I think that I want to play the Elder Scrolls Online again.
A series
Let's.
of not so subtle teases and hints by Bethesda, as well as eventual straight up statements by franchise writers. I've been given the green
This one, this footage.
light by my apparent puppet masters to confirm. Right off the bat, all I can definitively clarify is that the game's title is indeed Sentinel. I am very much in the dark regarding further.
I mean, actually, it seems like it's online. It's Elder Scrolls Online, and I didn't play it for too long. So now I think that I will download the Elder Scrolls Online. You know, by the first look, as I know this is the firmware that Bethesda not doing, and okay, but by the first look, it was not that interesting. And well, I didn't like the concept that it's an online game with but I think that the NPCs in the game are just standing in their positions instead of doing some interactions around the map, as it was in Skyrim or in Oblivion. In the online, it all just feels unreal. I don't know. Okay, maybe we'll see again.
So, the real excitement began just yesterday, on August 11th, when new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma tweeted the following, quote,
Let's see.
live playthrough of The Elder Scrolls 6 censored this morning. The scale and grandeur are incredible. The story is even greater, unquote. This was immediately followed up by a comment from the official Bethesda Game Studios account, which said, it was great to show you, censored. Thank you.
What? Okay, let's see it. Let's see it now. This still squeezing all of the juice drop from the GTA Online Rockstar. So the next video will be GTA 6 then, right? They will just retitle. Bethesda, right? "40 years of adventures, here's to the world we built together and those still to come. We're making the occasional log inspired by our roots. 40 years of adventures. How old is Toby Robert now? Howard. Age. 55 years. Hold up, what? "40 years of adventures." He made an Elder Scrolls in his 15. Really? What? What? Really? If it what? Man, if he made the Elder Scrolls Arena, the first Elder Scrolls in his 15, he's a genius, man. No, really. What? 40 years of adventures. What? What it was? August 11. It's not just Bethesda, but it's Bethesda Game Studios. Is it a different thing? Really? "2009, 2012. Why they have two different accounts? So August 11, where is it? Ah, here. What? Where is it? There is no official quote about this. Where is it? This one. This August 11. Where is it? And where is it? I see only response to the Nintendo. And that's it. Yes, then the video turns to be strange because there is no response through Asa. Look, August 11, no response, not quite about um, Elder Scrolls 6. What a fucking gobbledygook then. What a phony baloney is it? I see, there's the Elder Scrolls 4. There is no Elder Scrolls 6 response. August 11, no. No responses, I see now. Yeah. No responses. What else? They have again. How many channels they have? Again, there is no response to the Elder Scrolls 6. Okay, what is this? Where is it? Okay. There is no response. So I don't even know what's he talking about then. What a comment. It's the Elder Scrolls 6 Way City. The Elder Scrolls 6 Skyrim. Okay, then I'll see this one or not. Yeah, what kind of this name? What about this? I don't know. Man, I don't think it's true because, like, look, Bethesda Game Studios, same here. Bethesda Studios. I'm on the channel, and there is no quotes about the Elder Scrolls 6 or something censored. So I don't want to watch it for this reason. Because it can't be true. Maybe it was better deleted, but I don't know, I don't see it now. But man, so it's hard to believe in it. Look again. People saying that it can be harmful, intentional. What else? Sensational, high rock even. But more sensational. Yeah, I see now. What? Well, 76 Pete. Are they remastered Pete from Fallout 3? Fallout 76. Where is the Pete? Ah. That was just cartoon. What's the gameplay of Pete? What is happening? Where's the images? Why they are loading too long? Because of the Fallout, yeah. Exactly. Classic. Ah. Okay, now it's loaded. Let's see the Pete. Where is it? Ah. Let's see by the slideshow. Uh-huh. It's not repeat. What about this? It's not repeat either, I think. What's repeat? Or is like in the game. But why is the different category on YouTube? No, what? No, okay. It's Fallout. Ah, no, it's just Fallout 76. Okay, got it. But it says defeat, so maybe it's just DLC that already in the game. Yeah. Okay, anyway. I do believe I see no quotes right here on the official Bethesda Game Studios. The X channel. Yeah, so what I do believe. Is it a fill out? Because it was some news about the Fallout 3 and New Vegas Remastered. Oh. So we're waiting for Fallout 3 New Vegas Remastered and plus the Elder Scrolls 6. Huh. Okay, I'm tired of this news. Stop. Let's go see the facts about something that if someone played it, something already, and can tell some stories about it. Something that happened and we can prove it. Yeah. So I was watching this guy, Player 2, and he said that this guy just went across the Elder Scrolls Arena map. Man, what? No, I'm still flabbergasted that can it be true that Todd Howard in his 15 age did this big game. Okay, eat. Todd Howard work on Arena. In the age of 15? Oh, was not Howard when you made Arena? What's the answer? Daggerfall. More wins. Oblivion. Where's the answers? Arena. When the arena was released. No, it's not. No. Yeah, was released. 1994. No, he was 24 years old. Okay, I got it now. What? Bethesda did in 1986. So he started working in this company and he's 24. Okay. But I was thinking, so because I've seen the tweet about the company, the Bethesda now celebrated 40 years in the company. So if the total were now 55, and if he made this, made this company, then I thought that he made it being 15. But Bethesda did something. Wow, okay, what Bethesda did? Bethesda did in 1988. This games. They've been making some sports games. So Todd Howard is the guy who did 3 series, right? It's the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and the Starfield. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Wikipedia. '80s. Hey! So in 1993, Bethesda employed 40 people and wrote them in a total being a total project leader. Okay, I don't know the story about it. I'm just saying. I'm just now trying to understand it now. I'm just imagining. I don't really know when he was hired in Bethesda. So it works. That is the worst. I can read it. Is he CEO now? No, he's not. Ah, okay. He's just designer, director, and producer. Ah, okay. I thought that he, I thought, I thought that he did like a lot of work in programming, like programming the Elder Scrolls Arena, this biggest map. It's so hard. So basically, all what he said to the programmer, he said just do this biggest world. That's it. What? I don't know what I was about to do it, but do it. Okay, okay, now I got it. So big hero, always just hiding and don't want to, or want to, but company um, don't show them. Companies don't show them the real heroes. Not this one. He just who? As well as with the Kojima, the Hideo Kojima. He's just a designer, director, and maybe someone else, but not the programmer. I also can just imagining something. I've been imagining something a lot of times when I was a kid. I had a big fantasy. I can do the same now. I can do the same. I can be a game design director and producer, but the main thing is that the hard thing is to program all the stuff the director's saying in the game. That's what really hard. Not just imagining, not just come up with the story in the game, fantasizing something. Man, when I was a child, I've been fantasizing a lot of things. I don't know if I wrote all the stories, all the mechanics that I came up with, that I contributed. But the hard thing to do is the mechanics, programming, coding, all this stuff. That's the hard thing. That's the hardest thing than just being a director or designer. I thought he was programming something, really. But he's just saying something. Like blah blah blah. Jibber jabber. I want this in game, I want this game, I want the game so big, I want uh, so many categories, so many uh, races in the game. So here's the story. Someone needs something, and you need to give it to him by going somewhere. Or let's do the cute story about something like the the kids asking the MC, the main character, to bring him a teddy bear. Wow. Here's what director doing, yeah. But again, I'm saying that the hardest thing is to program all these things. This is the hardest thing. Okay, let's hear another jibber jabber from the Penguin Zero.
There's many different kinds of crime. Comes in all shapes and sizes, like animal crackers. You have your serious crimes, like murder and cheating in Marble Rivals. You have your not-so-serious crime, like smoking weed or crossing the street at a not-specified cross. And then you have your unforgivable Omega-level mutant crimes, like what I just learned about last night that happened in the UK. This is the curious case of the evil cyber farter. Yeah, it's a real thing. This lady got arrested for cyber farting, and it's quite a fascinating deep dive. UK woman gets 12-month term for cyber farting at X. What an interesting night we're having already. What? What does that even mean? It's the first ever case of cyber farting. That's the actual term they're calling it. That's not like a meme or anything. It's in the Economic Times. Well, first of all, like, how do you even cyber fart? And second of all, why would it be a criminal case of cyber farting? 25-year-old.
What is this? Cyber farting. What is this? Cyber farting meaning. What is this thing? 25 years old in the UK has pleaded guilty in a court case described as the first of its kind involving cyber farting. Cyber farting? What? Just 300 pounds. What is this thing? Cyber farting? What? Ah, okay.
Old woman in the UK has pled guilty in a case described as the first of its kind involving cyber farting. The woman, Rhiannon Edward Evans. Man, I can't read. Watching the Soup Bandit and the way that she speaks English has actually deteriorated my frontal lobe here. I'm struggling. Wow. Rhiannon. I know I've gone illiterate.
What is this? Hold up. Flatulence. What is this? What is this? What? I didn't get it. What is this? Cyber farting. Cyber farting. What? Farting in the internet? What is this? Ah, okay. I thought that it's just a fictional cyber farting, and I mean, it's legal to just, in the game, just farting to another player. So, is the thing that this woman just said something malicious to another person on the internet, and that's why he charged 300 pounds as a fine, because she did it. Okay.
Fuck, she hit me with the stupid neurons. They were contagious. Rhiannon Evans was ordered to pay nearly €300 after admitting to sending videos of herself passing gas to her ex-boyfriend.
Ah, okay. Passing gas. Okay. What videos? Okay, I got it.
Oh, I can't read. To her boyfriend's ex-partner. The court also sentenced Evans to a 12-month community order along with a 2-year restraining order. Additionally, she must attend 15 rehabilitation sessions.
She just farted with a video. Okay.
Christmas and New Year period, starting on December 22nd, continuing through the 1st. Evans sent multiple videos to Deborah. I'm not even sure.
Who quoted this? Huh. multiple videos.
I'm interrupting this life-changing broadcast to bring you an important announcement. Our soap is fully restocked. Cheeky is available again at Rejoice. It's available at usecheeky.com. We've also introduced a soap tray and a fragrance-free soap. It's called just soap, because that's all it is. There's no fragrances. It's for people that have allergies to fragrance.
I don't know nothing about this. Check yourself, man.
Also, by popular demand, we have turned on international shipping, but beware, sports fans.
I only know that it's a bit expensive.
Fucking expensive. We make all of our soap here in America, so international shipping is no joke when it comes to prices. But people said that they really want that, so we turned it on, but you will probably be paying more for shipping than you are for the actual soap. And that's not us, by the way. We don't set the shipping price. That's just old Uncle Sam coming into our buttholes here and charging an arm and a leg to ship internationally. But anyway, Cheeky's fully restocked. Use Cheeky.com for the best bars of soap ever made. So it's because she broke
Man, I thought that you would say some thoughts about it.
lady unsolicited. So I guess like it's more like a harassment charge, not so much like the farting wasn't really the issue. I don't think. I guess it was the harassment. I don't know. What an interesting case. Didn't you fart under oath in court? Man, this is how rumors start. No, brother. I didn't fart in court. When I went to court in the Carl Jobst versus Billy Mitchell lawsuit, Billy Mitchell's team used my fart as evidence. That I was not in there passing gas. So if you look into the case and you go to the Billy Mitchell team, you will see actual ass. It was on day 6 of the trial when I was called in as a witness. Still such a badass picture. But yeah, this is entered into the official evidence from Billy Mitchell's team.
Okay.
Did not fart in court. His team submitted it for some reason. The videos caused her distress and anxiety, leading her to contact the police. Prosecutor Diane Williams stated that the videos were considered indecent or grossly offensive. Describing one of the clips, she said she proceeds to pass gas by placing the camera on her bottom and passing the gas. Over a span of days, Evans sent multiple similar videos, each showing her smiling at the camera while passing wind. Evans' attorney, Harriet Gorst, man, that's some goofy shit. Harriet Gorst attributed the incident to ongoing issues between Evans' partner and her regarding child contact. Gorst stated at the time she sent these videos, she had some drinks and she sent them, understanding now this has caused the victim some distress. She sent them without malicious intent. However, the prosecution disagreed with Williams, stating it was purely malicious. She was smirking throughout, found it hilarious, but the victim didn't. Why? Why wouldn't she find that hilarious? It's a fart. That is inherently silly. Like, yeah, it's weird to just get sent one by someone you don't really know and don't really like. But I got.
But I mean, shit's probably good. It's considered fine anyway. It's disgusting. So here's the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. Ah, not Arena, but Daggerfall. Okay. So he's about to go to all over the map. It's the whole map of Daggerfall, right? What about Arena? Arena is even more bigger than the Daggerfall, right? No, it is Daggerfall. But what about Arena? I think that Arena is even more bigger. Can I believe this? All from 1994. And it was all generated, yeah. AI in 1994. No man, all what he's doing is just walking. What a sick rhythm. The music and footstep sounds work together, I would say. Okay. Oh no. It's joining. Okay. When that lost me 4 hours, 8 minutes missing. Oh, can imagine people who were all looking like this. This when horses were invented. But in real life, it's more activities than in this arena, in this Daggerfall game. Obviously. Imagine that just Todd Howard went to the office and said, "Guys, I have an idea. We're just doing the biggest map in the game history now. Let's do it." It's just like how many? 5 million. Yeah, it's I don't remember the real numbers, but like 5 millions. It was 5 million meters. The game map. And he said, oh, that's it. We just need a biggest map with some activities, and that's it. That's the whole script. And it's just a lot of empty. What is it doing? There's a lot of empty places in the map. And not too many castles. Like literally just you're just walking. You can't even do something with the trees or some objects that you have nearby when you're walking. It is so boring. I don't know how the people have been playing this for a long time. I don't think so that the people have been playing it for a long time. Now actually it's way better. The Morrowind, wow, it's masterpiece. So there's a lot of activities in the Morrowind. They understood that the empty map, it's not so cool. I mean, it's actually obvious.
The biggest map ever made, the biggest game world ever created. This is it, the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. To walk across this map from the southeast to the northwest took me 69.5 hours. In this video I'll tell you a little bit about this long, lonely journey. At first I thought it wouldn't be possible. I thought it would take weeks to travel from one village to another. But then again, I had to do this. This channel is called How Big Is The Map? So the big map of Daggerfall has to be on this channel too. Big YouTuber, they call me Gunner, told me that it would take 60 or 70 hours. And he was...
I think that just some players just did a special like the special inventation in order to just click one button to just go further. Because who would just go for like for some hours with the empty place only with the some models, some plain models like this, and that's it. You can't even interact with these models.
I had to do this. Then after I finished part 2, another YouTuber called Trevor Payne told me that I didn't start at the othermost point. I could use the arrows to get a bit further to the southeast. I show you on the map. In part 1, at the start of part 1, I wanted to start over here of course, and then I go all the way to there. So I clicked on this kingdom, and then I clicked on this town over here. But I didn't realize that I had to click on these 2 arrows. That was a bit stupid of me, I know. But I just wanted to start the journey, so I clicked on this one and I started to walk. But I had to do this, man. Okay, so I started over here instead of starting over here. So this is the missing part. And that's part 0 of Daggerfall. It's 7 hours. I walked this one at night. I started at 9 o'clock and it was finished on 4 o'clock in the middle of the night. But I had to do this. This is part 0, the missing parts. I started over here, and here's an invisible wall, so you cannot go any further. And I walked all the way to the place that I started.
Oh, even this.
My real journey. Okay. So if you start over here, and you go all the way to there, it's 1 hours and 54 minutes. But if you start over here, you go all the way, then it's 69 and a half hours. And maybe you ask, why not go this way? Well, I tell you, this is only water, and then you will die over here somewhere because it's too long.
Drown.
You cannot upload yourself. I mean, you cannot.
There is no mechanics to swim and Daggerfall. Okay.
When you are here, because over here you can rest. On land you can rest, and then your health is back again. But on sea you cannot rest, so you die.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
I had to
Not about the drone, but no, a drone, but
north, and then after
because
to the lake,
no
whatever,
resting.
go west. Okay,
Reasonable.
well, that's it. How big is the map of Daggerfall? It's
Okay. So he even has a playlist about it. If you don't believe him, in case you don't believe him, here report to port 13 to port 14. Oh, hold up. Let's see. 7 hours 39 minutes. Then 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours. Okay, let's say 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 20, 24, 28, 30, 34, 38, 42, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, and 69. Yeah. Say the truth. Okay, then. Now it's the top. Okay, let's see it too. Top 75. How long is walls you can take in video games? I mean, how much time do you have? Oh. Hope you had a lot of fun with it. Show the time it takes to walk across the map in hours and minutes. With some statistics that he did. 1 minute 49. Ah, no. 1 hour 49 seconds. 49 minutes. Shit, sorry. 1 hour 50 minutes. 150 minutes Skyrim. 150 minutes. 52. 53. What is this? Under. What is this? Camelot. What is this? Interesting. What is this game? What is this game? Uh-huh. Camelot, what is this? Ah, okay. Okay, got it. Multiplayer game. What? Ah, one map, okay. Oh, really? They have a big map in LA Noir. Oh. 4 hours 54 minutes, but with loading screens. They have loading screens in the Elder Scrolls Online too. Man, I don't remember the game where it was not anyway, okay. It was not loading screen in the Bethesda games. Like, why they can just like sync the uh indoor places with outdoor places, like in most games, like in a lot of games. Passenger nurse. Oh, Daggerfall Unity took less time than the original Daggerfall. Only for 9 hours, but anyway. Really? I mean, I kind of think it's just auto-generated, like in Minecraft. Something. But I heard there's someone already been in the match of the Minecraft. Anyway, okay. Okay. Hmm. One, wow, what a top. 150 biggest game maps ever created. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking to just download the Elder Scrolls Online now. Maybe it can be interesting. But at the start, sport. Okay, what is it? Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, anyway. Still was a positive way. Although I think that the Fallout 76 can be way better than the Elder Scrolls Online. I have played them too. Okay, anyway. Let's see. 29 minutes. 28 minutes. 32 minutes. 34, 37, 38, 39. Oh, what? Arcania. The Worlds 2. They have multiple maps in the 2 worlds. Ah, yeah, 2 worlds. Okay, I got it. I'm thinking to go to this game again. But anything, I anyway think that the Gothic was best RPG anyway. Why would reviews are mixed? Anyway. Go here. What is this? There was some game that I didn't play.
Okay, I'm going to reach the other end. I feel it.
Yeah, bad. Oops, better watch where I'm going.
We're making less and less.
Hola, it's a hot day, no? I'm getting hotter. At the next intersection, turn left.
Deal. Okay. My god again. I will see the pull out.
I don't want to set the world
I just played every Fallout game ever made. Every DLC, every spin-off. Here's 10 caps, let's boogie. That one's pretty out there. But nothing was more surprising than one that basically nobody has played. That almost took Fallout in a very different direction. almost took Fallout
You played the demo of Fallout 3?
in a very different direction. This all started after watching Amazon's Fallout TV show with my girl.
Oh, Mrs. Miller, I'm a pretty girl.
She asked me a very important question. Can ghouls reproduce? My grandpa can't reproduce. He looks like he's like a ghoul. But then she asked me another very important question. What happened in the wasteland before the show? Super mutants, Mr. House, boys of stealth, feral ghouls, water chips, another settlement needs your help. All the events in the show were preceded by decades of video games, starting with the first Fallout game in 1997. Today, Fallout is a 1950s post-apocalyptic fever dream. But in 1997, Interplay Entertainment had a very different vision for the wasteland.
War never changes.
I've never played the 4 Interplay Fallout games that came before Bethesda's Fallout 3. I always heard this thing, Bethesda never understood Fallout, and now I think I understand what that means. The original name was Vault 13, a GURPS post-apocalyptic nuclear role-playing game. That's what happens when you try to let a programmer name the game.
You dork. Go back to the chat.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try to let a
Well, he was programming. Okay, anyway.
programmer name the game.
You dork. Go back to the
Playing game.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try to let a programmer name the game.
You dork. Go back to the chess club.
The game takes place in 2161, 84 years after the bombs fell in 2077.
It's been 84 years.
You play as the Vault Dweller, one of 3 pre-made characters, and I went with Max Stone, who prior to becoming the Vault Dweller was a Scooby-Doo villain.
Now to see who's really behind all this. Drake? Drake?
You're tasked by your overseer, who I assume is a Neanderthal. Isn't that pretentious? You watch one Joe Rogan episode, and now you gotta say Neanderthal instead of Neanderthal.
Imagine if you can go back and get like one of them Neanderthal dudes and like enter him into a wrestling tournament.
Your task is to go into the wasteland of Southern California, mostly the greater Los Angeles area, and get a new water chip for Vault 13. Like most computer RPGs at the time, Fallout is played on a turn-based system. But lead programmer Tim Kaine, who you might have seen on YouTube recently discussing his years with Fallout and his other games he's made, created RPG mechanics unique to Fallout that would go on to become the foundation for pretty much every Fallout game to come, with Special allowing you to customize 7 major attributes that would drastically change the way you experience the events in the game, and action points, which I've always thought was like just for VATS. But in Fallout 1, every single move that you make requires action points. You don't have enough action points to use your inventory. Guess I'll just die now. Wanna walk? You need action points. Wanna run? You need action points.
I don't know what any of this shit is. I'm scared.
Your action plus
Because
forever.
more so than any Bethesda Fallout game, your skills, traits, and special point choices matter. In Bethesda games, it feels like these things are like just kind of on the side, just add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of picante. But in this game, they're life or death. Oh no! What? You also get random encounters just like the other games. Like here, a group of raiders were attacking some peasants, so I decided to intervene. I had to help the peasants, but I didn't realize that their dog being in between me and the raider I was trying to shoot at would be a problem. I shot the dog. So then the peasants started attacking me, and so I killed them. And then I think the raiders got confused because it looked like they started to attack each other. And of course, entire cities, like Shady Sands. Yes, if you've seen the show, it is the same city. But the events with Hank McClane happened around a century after the events of Fallout 1. So this Shady Sands looks more like a Stone Age village. And this is what I was alluding to earlier. All the characters, the towns, the way they talk, and what they wear is completely contrast to, let's say, Fallout 4, where you have like almost walking characters of vintage stereotypes, who also never cleaned up anything after hundreds of years.
No! Dirty!
But most paramount is that they view the pre-war world as gone. For example, in the Boneyard, which is the remains of downtown Los Angeles, there's this gang called the Blades. As you approach their fort, you can see a pre-war advertisement for Blades razors. Now, if this was a Bethesda game, the whole gang would be dressed up as and speaking like little Dapper Dan clean-shaven boys. Like, man, punk. You want to tussle? This whole subject really got me thinking for the rest of my journey. Who had the better vision for what Fallout should have been? Does this ever happen to you? A disembodied voice trying to get your information from an unknown location? You probably say no, but this is happening every day, behind the scenes without you even knowing about it. Whether it's the year 2024 or 2104, people like Kevin are scamming, committing identity theft, and harassing and stalking online. Do you really want Kevin having all of your information at the grasp of his mustache? No? I didn't think so.
Advertisement. Right.
Dealing with this problem yourself isn't practical. But Incogni, like Incogni, click the link below to get a 60% off an annual Incogni plan. You should do that. Fallout 2 might have my favorite plot of the entire series. Take the comparisons that we just made in Fallout 1 and then apply them tenfold in Fallout 2. Releasing just a year later in 1998, Fallout 2 was developed by Black Isle Studios, a division of Interplay, in basically 9 months due to financial difficulties. This would become a much bigger issue for them working on Fallout 3 in the early 2000s, but more on that later. With such a short development cycle, it's pretty amazing what they were able to do with the game. Characters' talking heads seen up close during cutscenes and conversations were animated using 3D clay models and a laser scanner to add them into the game, resulting in these big eyebrow NPCs. The game teams with references to popular culture, as would Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4, hence Frank Horgan.
You've gotten a lot farther than you should have, but then you haven't met Frank Horgan either.
One of the main antagonists of Fallout 2 that goes by the same name as Clint Eastwood's character in the Line of Fire. While mechanics and isometric gameplay are pretty much identical to Fallout 1, it takes place 80 years after the events of its predecessor, in 2241, but in the Bay Area of northern New California. You play as the Chosen One, a Native American,
You didn't take anything out of our tent, did you?
and also the grandchild of the Vault Dweller from Fallout 1, tasked with retrieving the Garden of Eden creation kit, or GECK, to save the village from their worst famine on record. I think these are supposed to be kids, but we really can't know for sure, can we? The beginning of this story is almost completely removed from life before the war. This village has an elder, it's got a shaman, they're talking about gods. You have to go through this whole trial to confirm that you're the Chosen One.
Chosen one! I'm coming!
Like a Sweet 16, but with ants and hand-to-hand combat. I'm on 1 HP. I have to beat this or I have to start over the entire dungeon. Yep. Actually, I think I'm in favor of Sweet 16 having hand-to-hand combat.
Until I'm proud of my Lamborghini entrance, no one's allowed it. Make sure they know that, because if they start letting it out, they start kissing.
The Vault Dweller is almost looked at like a demigod or a messiah of your tribe. I mean, their weapon is Vault 13 suit at like a worshipping altar or something. Fallout 2 also has lots of cool new things, like bathhouses. The gentleman at the bar told me my mom would be here. And also, I only have 20 caps. Do you guys do Dutch rudders? Hey, also, there's a team right now that's working on bringing Fallout 2 into 3D life in the creation engine. It's called Project Arroyo. So if you're a fan of the original game or you don't ever want to play anything that's isometric turn-based gameplay, this is where you life in the... Hey, also, there's a team right now that's working on bringing Fallout 2 into 3D life in the creation engine. It's called Project
Arroyo, okay.
Arroyo. So if you're a fan of the original game or you don't ever want to play anything that's isometric turn-based gameplay, this may be something worth looking into. Not to be confused with Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, which we're going to get to. 2001's Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel does share a few similarities with its brother. Both games are not considered canon for various reasons, of which we're going to explore. 2, these games are considered the worst in the franchise for various reasons, of which we're going to explore. And 3, they're both completely out of pocket. I think my dog is gay. Hey, what? Completely out of pocket. I think my dog is gay. Hey, what? In Tactics, you play as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel in the Chicago area in 2197.
And one final thing, ladies.
Y'all will get me 100 next. And the main reason that Fallout Tactics is considered non-canon is because it tries to overwrite the origin story of the Brotherhood. Instead of being formed by Mariposa military-based personnel and their families, Fallout Tactics states that the Brotherhood originated from a vault, where they learned to protect old world tech. This causes a bunch of interconnected issues. So officially, the Tactics backstory and entire gameplay does not exist. With that understood, you can still enjoy the game. It's missing the open world, as most of the game is on a mission-by-mission basis, but the turn-based combat mechanics, the interesting NPCs, and the Fallout vibe is still there. I choose
What?
the NPCs, and the Fallout vibe is still there. I choose the character. We have Metal Gear Solid at home. At times, though, it does feel significantly more complicated to play the other Fallout games. Instead of one character you have to control and worry about their action points for combat, you have several. So you're always thinking about who needs healed, who needs ammo, who needs a back massage and a corn dog. Yo, that actually sounds really, really good. You don't make choices that impact the story as much, but you do have to make decisions that definitely matter, like where to position your recruits and who to give the best weapons to. It never feels like a waste of time. Firefights are won by covering every angle and always having a network of interlocking fire. So I can't help but wonder, with the popularity of RTS games like Age of Empires and Command & Conquer this time, and with them clearly not worried about making only the standard Fallout RPG experience, why have none of these companies ever decided to make a Fallout RTS? I'd play it, but after months of lower than expected sales, shortly following the release of Tactics, the planned sequel was canceled by Interplay, striking the downward spiral that was only about to get worse. In the spring of 2004, Interplay graced us with the PS2 and Xbox release of Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Probably the weirdest and least played game in the franchise. Well, outside of this next game. I had to learn how to use an emulator to play this game, so I was kind of hoping that it would be worth it. Actually, it really wasn't as complicated as I thought it would be. So long as you drop your downloadable PS2 files into it from the PS2 that you clearly own, you're basically good to go. I'm not lying when I say this game made me feel like I was 10 years old again, playing something like Fable or Conker's Bad Fur Day. The kind of games that my parents bought for me, not really knowing that I'd be doing shit like this. Can't handle a little ooze, huh? Whoa. So that that line is actually pretty wild, even for Fallout. So while it was neither required nor financially sound, I decided to spend every cap that I had on conjugal visits with Ruby, hoping, nay, praying, that if I did it enough times, eventually I'd get a raunchy cutscene. How's the game, son? It's good. Don't come in, I'm peeing. What? In fact, I can vividly remember playing through Fable: The Lost Chapters in 2006, and there's this part where I couldn't figure out how to sleep with Lady Grey, so I went to something we used to use called the Family Computer and searched for a guide on how to sex Lady Grey. The guide worked.
Oh, that's nice.
But out of raw prepubescent excitement, I left the page up on the computer downstairs. My parents flipped out. They ran up and took the game like right out of the tray while I was playing. They thought I'd become some like weird deviant because I was trying to have sex in a video game. I'm actually pretty sure this is when we first did the Birds and the Bees thing.
Did you tell us about the birds and the bees?
Oh, right there. Oh, that's good.
My childhood was so weird. In the first few seconds of the game, I was able to piece together why this, like Tactics, isn't canon. No. Oh god. You had to choose your Brotherhood of Steel character to play as. One of them was a ghoul, which if you didn't know, the Brotherhood of Steel are not big fans of.
I think you might be a ghoul. Oh, no.
Also, this guy is like the first 3D iteration of what they thought ghouls looked like. So he's more like a run-of-the-mill zombie crackhead than a ghoul. And he runs like a handicapped Naruto. You're separated from your companions and your objective is to find them. But the only person who knows where they are is the mayor. And it'll only help you if you deal with all of his problems around town. One of which happens to be killing 100 rad scorpions in a warehouse and then beating their final boss. Oh my Lanta, which played a wild heavy metal jam throughout. Which is a nostalgic PS2 player I love, but as a Fallout fan, it kind of felt super out of place. The gameplay overall is just completely different than any of the other games. It's extremely linear with little to no RPG mechanics, but to be fair, this plays exactly like if someone said, make me a top-down action RPG game on the PS2 in 2004. This is like exactly what I would expect. With that said, Interplay had just released Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 just a couple months prior, and that game is a friggin' masterpiece if you've never played it. So, I don't know, I'm not sure what they were thinking with this. All this talk about my gaming childhood really has me kind of want to do like a exploring the most obscure PS2 titles that slap, like Goblin Commander or Maximo Ghost of Glory. Now, the craziest part of Brotherhood of Steel is that there was a decision made to make this game over another game that was simultaneously being developed by Black Isle Studios, and the fallout of this decision changed the future of the franchise forever. Die-hard Fallout fans will be familiar with Van Buren, but probably not its implications. This was going to be Interplay's vision of a massive open-world Fallout 3, and it wasn't going to be in the capital wasteland of Washington, D.C. This game would take place in the Southwest, and heavily inspire another game years later. While Van Buren never officially released, in 2003, after 6 months of development, the studio created a tech demo to showcase the concept and the art style of the game. And in the vast sea of ancient files on the World Wide Web, I found that demo and downloaded it for myself. Van Buren would feature the same isometric style as Fallout 1 and 2, but with major upgrades to graphic quality. Bob Ross?
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Freedom of movement and combat systems that flowed more naturally. You were able to pan the camera around the character for all sorts of different angles, and the looting armor systems were new and improved. Taking place in 2253, just a few years after the events of Fallout 2, you play as a prisoner that could be a human, a ghoul, or a super mutant, which has never really been an option since. And you get to decide whether you're guilty or wrongfully accused of the crime. These decisions when you build your character would affect quests, communities, and skills the player can interact with, which at this point almost started to sound like an Elder Scrolls game. The map was going to be massive, spread across Arizona, Colorado, Utah, with visitable locations including Denver and the Grand Canyon. The ending would have been crazy. Check this out. Basically, the player learns that you're carrying a virus.
It only takes one germ, D.
And a mad scientist named Victor tricks you into capturing more prisoners, so they can spread the virus as a vector with you as patient zero.
Sick? No, friends all trying to shave me and shit. I'm like, Doug, no way.
Honestly, now my gears are turning. The info on the game doesn't say what kind of virus it is, but I think a storyline revolving around the protagonist carrying the FEV mutant virus and not knowing for most of the game while infecting others would be a pretty interesting plot to see played out. Todd Howard, if you're watching. Also, while you're here, Elder Scrolls 6 Win. Now, with as much effort that was put into Van Buren, it was actually being developed alongside the Fallout Brotherhood of Steel game. But Interplay's parent company, Titus Interactive, had Ken Kane, creator again of the original Fallout, come in and test that demo we just played. And they asked him how long he thought it would take to finish. When he responded with 12 to 18 months, they made the future-altering decision to cancel Project Van Buren. and to focus all of their efforts on console releases. Explicitly, the next one they had planned, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. This might be the worst decision of all time, other than maybe eating from the late night menu at Taco Bell. No thanks. I don't feel like repainting my bathroom tomorrow. I can't help but imagine what would Fallout look like today if they weren't in such a dire state financially and just made Project Van Buren. Would the isometric Fallout 3 perform as well as the Fallout 3 that we got? Would we have been better off with this version? Because of the poor sales of Brotherhood of Steel, Blackout Studios was let go. Shortly after that, the planned games of Brotherhood of Steel 2 and Fallout Tactics 2 were both canned, and Interplay eventually dissolved with them. But one last thing they did before that was auction off the rights to make Fallout 3. They had two very interested companies, one of which was Bethesda. In October of 2004, Bethesda purchased the rights to develop Fallout 3 from Interplay for a little over
$1 million.
with the intent of making their first Fallout game unique, and that they did.
Morning, Jonas. Morning, Doc. How's things?
If you saw my last video on playing every Elder Scrolls game ever made, spent the entire night eating pizza and killing everybody in town and taking all their clothes because it made us feel funny. Morrowind was the first open world RPG that I can remember playing, but Fallout 3 was the first one I actually beat, except for the DLCs. My parents wouldn't buy it because we already bought you the game. Why do you need more game? And with that said, even the base game took me a while to complete. 2008 retrospectively is like one of the best years in gaming. Grand Theft Auto 4, Nazi Zombies, Gears 2, Dead Space, Left 4 Dead, bro. I had a lot on my plate. Plus I had to maintain my solid 2.8 GPA. But up to this point, I hadn't played anything like Fallout 3. Where are all the other options? It's 2024, so this triggers me.
You're going to look a lot like your dad.
No, I'm not. You're white, you liar. He changed! Fun fact, Todd Howard's 1-year-old son did the voice lines for you as a baby during the scene.
We're only 10 once, so have fun.
Thanks, Black Liam Neeson. There's some people that don't like it, but the opening sequence of Fallout 3 is one of the best introductions I've ever seen in a video game. You basically get to experience all the pivotal moments of your life growing up in a vault, something that till now we had never seen in these games before, all while the game subtly interweaves building your character. Agility? Yes. Because of the freedom of choice and the deep connection to the plot you get in the first few minutes, when your dad escapes the vault and you have to chase after him, it makes for, in my opinion, the best step-out moment for any Bethesda game. If you're unfamiliar with that staple moment in their titles, where you've chosen your character build, completed the underlying tutorial, and step out into the open world for the first time. In Fallout 3, the vault door opens, and after the white flash of experiencing natural sunlight for the first time, you slowly regain your vision, revealing the desolate post-nuclear capital wasteland. I remember seeing that for the first time, and it was just so cool. At first glance, you'd assume that this is just a futuristic world lost to the apocalypse. But unlike Interplay's Fallout games, all is not lost. The characters and style of Fallout 3 reflect a wasteland that's trying to recapture life before the bombs fell. Does it have to be a bad thing? There's post-apocalyptic movies, TV shows, other video games, but there is nothing with the style and retro-futuristic feeling of Fallout. In 2008, this game was unbelievably immersive for me. Technically, you gotta go find your dad. But after you discover your first Fallout radio station, the game almost begs you not to.
Each morning, a missionary advertises neon sign.
On a simple quest to go from point A to point B, you'll encounter C, D, E, and whatever letter this is. Are you okay? And Bethesda did have the intention to expand on the importance of your choices. Something that people loved from the original. This is, are you okay? And Bethesda did have the intention to expand on the importance of your choices. Something that people loved from the original games. Fallout 3 was where they introduced the karma system for the first time. Bethesda did this to make the players ponder whether they made the right choice immediately. Like when Lucas Sims catches you trying to arm the bomb at Megaton.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Me? Just hanging around.
This game has one of the most memorable and heartfelt storylines of the entire series. But the DLCs were crazy, and I haven't played any of them. So for each DLC section that we do, I decided I'm just going to quickly run through them for the first time, saving my favorite for last. In 2009, the year after Fallout 3's release, Bethesda launched 5 DLCs, the most for any single-player Fallout title to date. First one was Operation Anchorage, where I helped some Brotherhood outcast open an armory by hopping into a simulation of a pre-Great War battle in Alaska between the Americans and the Chinese. A plot that felt somewhat familiar.
Where am I? You're inside the Animus.
Next, I tried Broken Steel, an alternate ending to Fallout 3, where you awake a couple weeks after the Purifier is activated and get to help the Brotherhood battle the remaining Enclave using the Iron Giant. At the end, you have to make a decision whether to destroy the Enclave base or the Citadel. I chose the Citadel. Because sometimes I'd be evil like that. The third DLC, Point Lookout, is the largest edition, implementing not just a new storyline like the rest, but an entire new map to explore. I think it's actually about a fifth the size of Fallout 3, and with new enemies called Swamp Folk. Basically, there's just a bunch of inbred hillbillies. Why they didn't make it into Fallout 76 in the West Virginia wasteland? Beyond me. Mothership Zeta is the 4th expansion and takes you aboard an alien spacecraft. To escape, you have to work with a young girl who was abducted before the Great War, and other allies from several different periods of history, including Toshiro Kago, who, unless I'm mistaken, is actually the oldest character in Fallout, as he would have clearly been abducted from feudal Japan, which had to be at least 700 years ago. Then finally, my personal favorite DLC from Fallout 3, The Pit. He said all I gotta do is get past it. Dude, it's so beautiful. But alright. I may be a little biased. My dad's whole family is from Pittsburgh, and I'm a lifelong Steelers, Pirates, Penguins fan, so there is that. While not as big and explorable as Point Lookout, the storyline was insane. To respond to a broadcast from Werner, who's probably one of the most bugged characters that I encountered. What you shooting at, dude? She's dead. It says we gotta go that way. Who has the key?
We've got to keep moving. There's no time.
Duh! That's what I'm trying to do. You're literally walking. You weren't moving. He disguises you as a slave to infiltrate the city of Pittsburgh, as the entire city has become a massive steel manufacturing operation ran by slaves and controlled by Lord Asher, a former Brotherhood soldier, who has discovered a cure for the scourge of radiation that's been turning everybody into creatures known as frogs. Frogs. not frogs. Like they're all hopping around, ribbiting, and like eating people. Anyways, the cure turns out to be Asher's baby, and that's when I had to make the craziest story choice that I've ever made. So my two choices are with several devs that worked on the original Fallout games to develop what, in my personal opinion, and to the general consensus, is the best Fallout game ever made. My parents, like many 90s kids, were divorced, and in 2010, I moved in with my dad. One of the first things that he did was come into my room, and he showed me 3 games he was getting me for Christmas. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, call him into my room, and he showed me 3 games he was getting me for Christmas. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Call of Duty Black Ops, and Fallout New Vegas. He let me pick one that I could play that night and not have to wait all the way till Christmas. I chose New Vegas, and when I started it up, I was so glad I did.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that bigger testing machine there?
Playing through New Vegas took me back to a simpler time, where my only goal in life was to have a higher achievement score than my douchebag neighbor with a bowl cut Connor. The time of the Xbox 360, Club Penguin, Habbo Hotel, and pixelated selfies on MySpace. Look at him. Look at this idiot. New Vegas was just everything that I wanted a Fallout game to be. It was like a beautiful mix of what Interplay and Bethesda's visions were for the Wasteland. And there's a good reason why. After Black Isle Studios, who worked on Fallout 2, went under, many of those devs went on to create Obsidian. And the project director for New Vegas, Josh Sawyer, was working on Van Buren, Fallout 3, before it got canceled. So many of these devs still really wanted to make a Fallout game. And now they were finally given their chance to do so, utilizing Bethesda's Gamebryo engine from Fallout 3. Set in the year 2281, New Vegas takes place in the Mojave Desert.
To the town of Outreal, a stranger one fine day.
Similar to Fallout 2, you don't begin in the vault, but instead is a common Wasteland courier who's shot in the head by this guy while trying to deliver a platinum poker chip. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. While trying to track the chip back down, you run into several different factions, including my favorite, Kaisar's Legion, because their leader reflects how all of us feel every now and again.
I'm going to lie down.
I respect that statement. These factions were designed purposefully in a way to give each of them moral ambiguity. Specifically, in their own words, they didn't want any one faction to be Jesus or Hitler, because life isn't that simple, even though that's kind of how American politics are today. And so not just at your final decision of who to side with at the end of the game, but throughout, you're put into situations where you have to make a choice, and there is no right answer. This game had a world record at the time for the most NPC voice lines, which was an insane 65,000. There's just so many choices and ways to play the game. Like if you want, you could just kill everyone. You could kill every single NPC in the game. The quest givers, the main characters, sorry, Sonny, your companions. Some of them won't even do anything. They'll just like soullessly stare at you, accepting their fate. These NPCs are probably my favorite in the series, except for this guy with one line that I've never, for the life of me, been able to get out of my head after I tried to platinum New Vegas on PlayStation a while back. Talk to me.
I'm occupied at the moment.
No, you're not. Oh, I see what's going on here. You keep the helmet on when you the chief. I don't. Okay.
I'm occupied at the moment. Come see me when I'm on the...
Sleeping in random beds? Go to the balcony then. What the is going on? What are you doing? Go to the balcony.
I'm occupied at the moment. Come see me when I'm on the balcony.
Guys, I'm about to lose my shit. I just need to complete these last few missions. Go to the balcony. Go to the balcony. We're gonna wait. Oh my god. What? We're on the balcony.
Back west, you don't see too many.
I beat this game several times, like more than Fallout 3 and 4. But again, I never played the DLCs, so I gotta be honest, like more than...
You don't see too many of these.
I beat this game several times, like more than Fallout 3 and 4. But again, I never played the DLCs, so I gotta be honest, I was just itching to start those up. The first one I tried was Dead Money. It's a pretty difficult DLC, and I really was just scared the whole time.
I'm gonna play the DLCs.
Transmission, he promises to answer why, but only if you head to the Divide, which is basically a hellscape of storms and earthquakes. All of the other games in the series, I can understand why, I can respect it. After everything Obsidian just did with New Vegas, Bethesda followed it up with clearly much less. But Fallout 4 had something, technically a few things, that they just did better. It's obvious to me that negativity and anonymous internet users just wanting to hate everything has been ramping up over the last couple of years. Like, you're not allowed to like everything has been
What?
ramping up over the last couple of years. Like, you're not allowed to like anything.
Games are bigger than ever, longer than ever, more broken than ever, and worst of all, less fun than ever.
Every game release sucks, every movie sucks, and while we're at it, you suck.
Less fun than ever.
Every game release sucks, every movie sucks, and while we're at it, you suck, and your mom smells like hot dog water.
Oh my god, these are smoky boys.
It's almost like there's this incessant need to just shit on things, to fuel your own self-loathing misery. But dudes and dudettes, I just want to play games and enjoy them. And you know what? I enjoyed Fallout 4. It's a good game. When it released in 2015, I was on and off with my buddies at Assaultcraft 1, and I brought my Xbox along with Fallout 4. We took turns playing it and beat it probably within the first few nights. I was originally going to blur out my buddy Gonzo's namesake, but fuck it. He's recently been trying to make it in the country music scene in Nashville. He goes by Rudy G, so I'm going to leave a link to his content in the description below. And fast forward to today, and as I said in the beginning, me and my girl just watched the show. She loved it so much that she was like, I want to play Fallout now. Which one should I play? Immediately I said Fallout 4. She's not like a gamer girl. Maybe a bit of Fall Guys here and there, but that's about it. And I think there's many just like her that maybe after watching the show want to try Fallout games for the first time. What do we tell them? Go play Fallout 2? Yeah, pop that on and tell my girl to play that. Dude, I'm missing every time. No, let me say it again in Spanish because she's Puerto Rican. No, sure, they kind of dumbed down the RPG experience, and there's some questing characters that are just like, why? In one, a cat runs away, and you just have to go find it while you're supposed to be looking for your son. Fallout 4 takes place in 2287, in the Commonwealth of the post-apocalyptic wasteland of Boston. Unlike the previous two games that were developed on a Gamebryo, Fallout 4 used Skyrim's creation engine, resulting in better visuals, character design, as well as gameplay. You can say a lot of things about this game, but you cannot say that it does not have the best combat in the series. It's more accessible, and it's just overall more fun. But most importantly, Fallout 4 showcases the secret ingredient for what makes Bethesda games playable 10 years later. Why a single-player game released in 2015 still has thousands of players. The mod community. As much as I like the vanilla Fallout experience, with the sole survivor choosing the fate of the people of the Commonwealth while trying to find his son Sean. Modders have always come in to make these games way better. Not just with visual overhauls and performance fixes, but new characters, locations, and entire storylines. It makes this game a blank canvas for endless possibilities, like playing through as Woody from Toy Story.
Basically, we have Sheriff Woody here.
The latest and probably best example of this is Fallout London. This isn't some small edition. This might as well be its own Fallout title. The devs that created this, for free by the way, went all out, building their vision of a post-apocalyptic London. While, of course, it's not canon yet, from what I've seen, this experience is bigger and packed with more content than any of Bethesda's official DLCs. Without dedicated fans like this, and with the tools that were given to them, there's no question Fallout would not be where it's at today. But speaking of DLCs, again, I haven't played any of them. Oh, and I just played Fallout Shelter for the first time last night. Playing as a vault overseer, simulating the experience of managing and constructing your own vault is actually a really fun do when you're dining at the Outback Steakhouse with your in-laws waiting for the Boyman Onion to come out. I just couldn't justify adding an entire section to this video for it. The first Fallout 4 DLC is Automatron. I actually bought this DLC back in 2016, but then I went on deployment and completely forgot about it. Basically, you have to take on a horde of evil robots, including the Robo-Brain, hunting them down using their parts to build and mod your own custom robot companions. They created a completely new game mechanic that I kind of hope they build on in future titles. Then I tried Nuka World, the pre-war Six Flags-like amusement park that is now a city of raiders, and getting to lead a gang of raiders to conquer settlements is something that I just didn't know I needed in my life. But Fahaba was my favorite of the Fallout 4 DLCs. Fahaba is just a little bit shorter than Nuka World, but anybody that's played it would agree that the experience is so much better. The factions and choices actually felt deeper and more meaningful than the base game. Even though Fallout 76 launched in 2018, being the latest game in the series, according to our official Fallout timeline, which is clearly legit, it has the word official in it, Fallout 76 falls at the very beginning, starting in 2102, just 25 years after the Great War, in the wild and wonderful state of West Virginia. Word official in it. Fallout 76 Great War, in the wild and wonderful state of West Virginia. Honey, I asked for 2 slices of bacon. Oh wait, this is West Virginia. Sister, cousin, wife, I said I needed 2 pieces of hog ass. Surprisingly, the devs didn't change much. It's basically already a wasteland filled with chim-addicted ghouls and shitty roads. I'm from West Virginia, so I'm allowed to say that. You would call it terrifying. We just call it Huntington. Fallout 76 begins with Reclamation Day, where the inhabitants of Fallout 76 are sent out onto a post-apocalyptic West Virginia. Now, mind you, I haven't played since 2018. In fact, the first video that I ever made was just me getting mad that I kept getting disconnected from the server. But over 6 years of trial and error, mostly error, like Fallout First, where you can pay monthly for features that should have been in the game that you already paid for. Or Nuclear Winter, Fallout's much needed Battle Royale mode. It took them a while to realize what Fallout 76 really needed. But when I stepped out of the vault this time, I think I found it. What's up, dude?
That's all.
After several updates, they've added a main storyline and random NPCs and encounters scattered all over the map. But even so, it is multiplayer, and that is always going to be the best way to play this.
Uncle Hugo, down the hall.
I didn't hear a word she just said. I'm just sitting here staring at you, dude. I didn't hear a word she just said. I'm just sitting here staring at you, dude. This is Commander Shepard. He had over 1,000 hours in Fallout 76. What does 1,000 hours look like in Fallout 76, you ask? Is this your wife?
She's my waifu. A sexy ass Assaultron.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Walking Roomba wife is pretty cool, but there had to be more. So we went on the latest adventure added to 76, Skyline Valley. Our journey began with commanding overseer Hugo Stieglitz. If you don't get the reference, we can't be friends. Hugo wants us to take care of the weather problem they've been having. To do so, we had to get a spare part for the weather machine from Scoutmaster Kevin, who seemed harmless enough, just probably wouldn't let him near your kids. To get it from him, we had to clear out some hippies with courtesy and kindness, or with a quad barrel 50 caliber heavy machine gun. Guys, oh, democracy! Kevin, I just want you to know that if I had been given the choice, I would have gladly sacrificed you to the hippies. And so, the question still remains. Did Interplay or Bethesda have a better vision for the Fallout wasteland? For me, there's so much craziness going on right now. Every day, there's something new, and it's completely detrimental to our...
What about Shelter?
So, I'm just gonna play games, man. If you can vibe with that and want to join me in exploring some of the best game series of all time, consider subscribing. I just played every Elder Scrolls game ever made here, including one on a strange device.
He didn't say something about the Shelter, or I just missed this line.
Pixelated selfies on MySpace. Look at him. Club Ping.
And we did say something about the Fallout Shelter. I've seen it in his timeline, but not in the video. His only title, he didn't say something about the Fallout Shelter. It was just an image about the Fallout Shelter, but no. The story, so he didn't play every Fallout ever. I mean, maybe he played, but yeah, I mean, he played probably Fallout Shelter, but he didn't say something about it in the video. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's see what is up online then. Again. But now, I think that's it. We're desperate to have each other below. Whoa, whoa. It's a long, long road and love. was a girl I knew. She said she cared about me. She tried to change my world. The way that it should be anyway, that's it. Oh, it's a don't go word now. 55 years old. Really think we'll, let's see. What?
Yeah, do you think it will really
It's a don't go word now. 55 years old, man. 54 in 2025.
Yeah, do you think it will really come next year?
I do. Did Todd Howard just confirm when The Elder Scrolls 6 isn't dropping? Tons of fans are coping for a November 11th, 2026 release date, exactly 15 years after Skyrim, and it even popped up on some leaked docs. During the Fallout Season 2 tour, Power Unlimited asked him what comes first, GTA 6, The Elder Scrolls 6, or Fallout 5. Todd Howard said GTA 6, which almost certainly means no Elder Scrolls 6 until at least 2027. But for GTA 6...
Yeah, do you think it will really come next year?
I do. Did Todd Howard just confirm when The Elder Scrolls 6 isn't dropping? Tons of fans are coping.
How many letters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And essential. Stan, T, L. It's a two different. What is the different numbers of letters? I know the joke, but 30 months now. Level 26 estimated by someone
For a November 11th,
I know.
2026 release date, exactly 15 years after Skyrim, and it even popped up on some leaked docs. During the Fallout Season 2 tour, Power Unlimited asked him what comes first,
but when this interview was, maybe they'll already been thinking that the DLCs could come out in May 26 as they been saying, the developer been saying. Anyway. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Maybe the next one will be The Elder Scrolls Online. That's it. Goodbye. Okay. Anyway, yeah, The Elder Scrolls Online probably will be the next game that I will play, because there is no game that I would play in my library. Let's see Warm Online. Hold up. What is this? 16 GB of RAM. What is this game about? What? What is this even about? Alright, anyway. Yeah. But it's like 152 gigabytes, I'm thinking about it. What if this... No, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Okay, let's go. The Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Oh, I mean the Elder Scrolls Online. Or any other RPG games, but I think it simply will be the Elder Scrolls Online because that's the only game that I didn't play for, you know, I didn't like I didn't buy it. I didn't be in deep in this game. I just have played. I saw that it was little uninteresting, but the first time the thing that you know, it looks like a free game actually, but it's a paid game. That's why I didn't like it by the first time, but okay, let's see again. Let's see again after a year. Because I've seen that it has some beautiful location, that's why. And that's only a game that I really would play in my library. The another game that I really wanna play is Cyberpunk, and from 3 to 5 the Elder Scrolls games, but that's only game that I have in my library anyway. That's it, goodbye.